What's going on, guys? This is Knight here, and I'm coming at you again today, people, with a brand new Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking every single seasonal battle pass in Fortnite. Now, battle passes, I think, definitely have a reputation for ranging from being absolutely insane and having some of the best skins in the game to being absolute, just pure garbage. So, this is just my opinion, so do take this video with a grain of salt, but if you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and let's just jump right into this. Alright guys, so real quickly, before we get into the actual ranking, I'm just going to give a quick honorable mention to the Season 1 Seasonal Shop. In Season 1, we didn't actually have a Battle Pass, but they did have something different, which was the Season Shop, and this was kind of like the, almost like pre-Battle Pass, like their, basically, I guess their original idea for a Battle Pass. It was like the original workings of it. So it's not technically a Battle Pass, but I will throw it as an honorable mention. But if it was a Battle Pass, it would 110% be the absolute worst one ever. But then, now getting to the actual ranking, coming in at our number 14 position as, in my opinion, the worst Battle Pass, is going to be Season 5. Season 5, I'm sorry, there's one good skin. There's one good skin that came out of that, and that's Ragnarok. Everything else, I think, is just boring, lame, or overrated. Okay, Sunstrider's overrated. Drift, and if you know me, I think is very overrated. Okay, I think just Ragnarok and a couple, the two progressive pickaxes, those are the only good things that came out of Battle Pass. Everything else, don't care for it. I'm never using it. So, anyways, that's just me. I know some people do like this one, but I know it's not for me. Alright guys, and then moving on to our number 13 position, I know so many people are going to disagree with me on this one. It's going to be Chapter 2 Season 2. I know so many people really enjoy this Battle Pass, but again, like, I can only say the same thing for this as I said for Season 5. I only think one actually good skin came out of that, and that was Midas. Now, I think Gear Specialist Maya isn't too bad, but she was definitely a bit of a disappointment to me. And Agent Peely shouldn't have been in the Battle Pass. And all the other skins I literally could not care for. I mean, I guess Meowscles is fine, but other than that, like, no. TNTina, Brutus, Sky, don't care for any of them. I think they're all boring. I don't want, like, I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's just, again, this is just my opinion, but I really am just not a big fan of this Battle Pass. Alright guys, and now moving on to our number 12 position. This is going to be Chapter 2 Season 1. Again, I mean, like, I can only say the only good stuff that came out of this was Fusion. But I do like the fact that they gave us Corrupted Scratch. That's actually, I'm actually quite a big fan of that skin. Toxin I don't think is too bad. Ripley isn't too bad, but overall, I think it's pretty lackluster, especially the Tier 1 skins. I mean, Turk vs. Riptide and Journey vs. Hazard, I really just don't understand why they thought we would like those for Tier 1 skins that late into the game. So, I mean, like, again, Corrupted Scratch and Fusion are definitely the highlights of this season, but those two skins really aren't enough to carry this Battle Pass in my eyes. Alright, and then moving on to our number 11 spot. This one I actually don't think is all that terrible. It's just, I have my reasons personally for this. This is going to be Chapter 2 Season 4. Okay, now none of these skins are bad. Absolutely none of them. But if you know me, you know I'm just not a big fan of using licensed skins, especially Marvel skins. Like, there's a couple that I do enjoy a lot, like T-800, Predator, Mandalorian. I really like those, but there's just something about using these Marvel superhero characters that I don't know. It's just, I don't know, I just can't bring myself to do it. But I will give them credit. I do think it's very innovative that they added the foil styles, the silver, gold, and holo foil. I think those are actually pretty cool and add a unique concept to the skins themselves. So, that's pretty cool. And I do think some of the other items that they have are awesome. But I guess another big problem for me is that most of these items can't be used in combos. Like the gliders, like, most of those can't be used with other characters, and that's annoying to me. And also, like, the pickaxes can't be, like, I know, it's just so many of these things. And also, most of the skins, like, you don't get styles, you get built-in emotes to change in-game, when I just wish there were styles. Like, I wish, like, Iron Man, I wish you could just select Iron Man as a style instead of having to do the emote in-game. Same with She-Hulk. So, you know, like, just, okay, not bad. It's just, for me personally, I just don't use really much of the stuff in here. Alright, and then coming in at our number 10 spot, this is going to be a little bit of a personal pick of mine. It's going to be Chapter 1 Season 4. So, I mean, honestly, the most of the skins in here are kind of bland. You know, Battlehawk and Squad Leader, not terrible, but they are kind of boring. Zoe is honestly one of my least favorite skins in the game. Uh, Valor's not too bad. I'll give it some credit for a little bit of innovation. It's kind of like a knockoff of Wonder Woman. Carbide and Omega, though, easily the two highlights of this Battle Pass. I think Carbide, as you can see in the gameplay right here, I actually really enjoy this skin. I think it's a very underappreciated tier 1 skin, and I love rocking this combo that you see on screen right now. Omega, as you know me, is one of my favorite skins in the game. My number 2 right behind the Molten Battlehound, especially when I have, the full lights for him. So I think those two skins alone really make this awesome. But overall, I can't give it a whole lot of credit. So, number 10 spot I think is a good placement for this one. Alright, and then coming in at the number 9 spot, this, again, I think might tick some people off. This is going to be Chapter 1 Season 2. So, I mean, for the first Battle Pass, I'll give it some credit. It was pretty good, and also the innovation, they added emotes in for the first time, so that was pretty cool. But at the same time, there's only 4 skins. 2 of them are kind of meh. Sparkle Specialist is pretty good. Black Knight, it's a cool OG skin, the first legendary skin in the game actually. But even then, it's still, nothing bad here, just nothing that necessarily blows me away. So again, like, it's an old Battle Pass, and that definitely shows here, but there's really nothing all that bad you can say about it. Alright, and then moving on to the number 8 position, we have the follow-up to Season 2, Chapter 1 Season 3. So this was actually my first Battle Pass. I did play a little bit in Season 2, but I only got a few items from the Free Pass and never actually got that Battle Pass. Chapter 1 Season 3 was my first ever one. I'll admit I have some nostalgia for it, okay? John Wick, Wrestler, Dark Voyager, the Astronauts, Elite Agent, okay? I have some nostalgia for all of those characters, but I have to admit, when you compare it to all the new stuff we're getting, it's not particularly mind-blowing. So it is pretty cool. The Astronauts I think are fine, especially when they got their added styles late in Season 8, I believe, where they can put their visors down. I think that, makes them some solid skins. Elite Agent is pretty great. Wrestler I think is a little bit hated on. He's a good meme skin though. Dark Voyager, a classic, can't hate on him. The Reaper, I know people say he's bad when you compare him to the actual John Wick. I don't really agree with that, but that's just me. So, again, nothing that particularly blows me away, but for the time, it actually was pretty dang good. Alright, and then making our way to the number 7 position, this is actually where I would say the big turning point is. Okay, I think this is where we start looking at some of the great battle passes. Some of the other stuff was alright, it was good, but this, I think, is where we started really getting some good stuff. So, anyways, now making it to the top half at the number 7 spot, this is actually going to be Season 7. So, Season 7, okay, it's got some alright in between skins. I actually kind of like Sergeant Winter. I think Onesie's alright. Trog, no, that's going to be a nope for me. Powder, I think, got ruined by the fact she has those big boots. But the main highlights of this are the 3 progressive skins. Lynx, Zenith, and Ice King. Ice King, I think, is a very underappreciated tier 100. Lynx, I think, is pretty cool. Actually, really cool, I would say. And Zenith, if you know me, is actually my favorite tier 1 skin in the game. I love the design of him. So overall, 3 banger skins, and some of the rest are actually pretty good. So I'm actually quite a big fan of this Battle Pass. Alright, and then moving on to the number 6 spot, I'm going to give this one to the follow-up to Season 7, Season 8. So, Season 8, I know some people kind of rip on it because it was a free Battle Pass, so therefore a lot of noobs have the skins from it. But honestly, I would say it had some of my favorite skins ever. Okay, so you got Blackheart, who honestly should have been the tier 100, but he was a tier 1 skin. Either way, he was in the Battle Pass, so at least, it's fine. Lux, obviously, is a pretty lackluster tier 100 skin, but other than that, I don't think there's anything necessarily, bad about this. You got Peely, which is an iconic meme skin, although I personally don't run him. Again, Blackheart, great skin. Hybrid, one of my favorite tier 1 skins in the game. And Ember, honestly, I think she actually could have been the tier 100 skin. Make her legendary, add some upgrades. She could have been that female awesome tier 100 skin for that season. So, and then you also have the secret skin, Ruin. I actually haven't really been talking about the secret skins, but Ruin I actually think is one of the better ones. So, honestly, it might have the worst tier 100 skin, But other than that, I think there's really nothing bad you can say about this battle pass. So really cool stuff, and it comes in at number 6. Alright guys, and then finally cracking into the top 5, I'm going to give this one to Season 9. Now, admittedly, again, the in-between skins aren't particularly mind-blowing here. Okay, I mean, you got Stratus, Vega, and Demi, and Bunker Jonesy. Not a huge fan of any of them, but I would probably say Demi is the best of those. But the 3 progressive skins alone, plus the bonus skin Singularity, I think are just amazing, okay? Singularity, Rocks, Sentinel, and Vendetta are just all amazing, amazing skins. I love all 4 of them. Such customization with all of them. Okay, Sentinel doesn't really have that much customization, but even that I still think is an awesome skin. So, you know, just those 4 skins alone, I think, really make up for anything else in this battle pass. I love all of them, and just for that alone, I'm going to give it the number 5 spot. Alright, and then moving on to our number 4 spot, I'm actually going to give this one to Season 6. I know this is a very questionable pick. I know so many people are going to be thinking, like, bro, what is this guy doing? Ranking Season 6 this high and ranking Chapter 2 Season 2 that low. I mean, you know, for me, I really enjoyed this battle pass. I miss the days of when it first came out. I just remember being so hyped, seeing Calamity and DJ Yonder at tier 1, and then seeing the Werewolf, Dire at tier 100. Those skins alone really do it for me. Like, it's the same deal as Season 9. They do it for me so well. I love it so much. You know, I just really think this is a very colorful battle pass, and I think the in-between skins are actually a little bit underappreciated. They're not, again, like, they're nothing particularly great, but, you know, Giddy Up, I actually think is pretty underrated as a meme skin. And then Fable, not terrible. Dusk, also not terrible. You know, Nightshade, I think, is the only bad thing in here. Aim, I think, is a little bit hated on, but I can understand why people don't like him. So, again, a very personal pick for me, but I actually just really do enjoy this battle pass, and it comes in at number 4. Alright, and then making our way into the top 3, everyone, I'm going to give this one to Chapter 2, Season 3. So, here we have some pretty good tier 1 skins, okay? You got Fade, then you got Ocean. Ocean's actually not particularly great, but then you have some really good in-between skins. So you got Sayona, I think is good. Kit, I think is awesome. Jules, I think is alright, although not my personal favorite. And the tier 100 skin, Eternal Night, phenomenal skin. One of my personal favorite female skins in the game. And then you got the bonus skin, Aquaman, you know, not too bad. You also got Scuba Jonesy in there. Almost forgot about him, actually, but he's also pretty good. So, overall, I would say this is actually a very good battle pass, and definitely one of the best ones this chapter has had to offer so far. Alright, and now for our number 2 spot, the top 2 were definitely the hardest part about doing this ranking, but I decided I was going to give it to Season X. So, Season X might have been the worst, well, one of the worst seasons ever, but it definitely had one of the best battle passes ever. So, I know some people are going to say, like, this was kind of lazy because it's just a bunch of rehash skins, but honestly, I think the way they did the rehashing was actually pretty innovative. Okay, Ultimate Knight, I think, was, like, a good way to, you know, do a makeover of a cooler, better version of the Black Knight. Eternal Voyager, I mean, come on, like, that is clearly better than the Dark Voyager, and I actually really enjoy the Dark Voyager. Honestly, I think it should be legendary. Catalyst, I think, is such an improvement over Drift, especially with the colors and, you know, just so many things I prefer about her over him. You also got X-Lord, a personal favorite of mine. So, again, a lot of cool stuff. Sparkle Supreme, really great. This is one of those battle passes where, like, there's no bad skin. Like, there is no such thing as a bad skin. Even the Scientist, I think, is, you know, not particularly amazing, but I don't think it's bad. So, just a really good battle pass. So, you know, I'm a big fan of it, and it comes in at number 2 just because the number 1 spot, I think, is just that good. Alright, and then finally, making our way to the number 1 position. This is going to be Chapter 2, Season 5, our current Battle Pass. Now, you might have heard me say this in my ranking of all the skins in this Battle Pass. The reason I think this one is so good is because almost all of the skins seem like they could have fit in the position as that Tier 1 or Tier 100 progressive outfit that ends up being considered one of the best skins in the game. You can't say that about the other Battle Passes, okay? I mean, like, Season X, maybe there's some, but honestly, Catalyst and Ultimate Knight and X-Lord are really the only ones that should have been the progressives. Everything else is good, but probably shouldn't have fit in those spots. This one, I think, actually, you could say that about, okay? Lexa could have been a great tier 1 skin. I think Reese could have been a great tier 1 skin. Condor could have been an awesome tier 100 skin. So, and Mando is a great tier 1 skin. Menace is a great tier 100 skin. So, and then also you got Predator, my personal favorite of all the secret skins, and my favorite crossover skin in the game. So, just amazing battle pass. No such thing as a bad skin here, and it comes in at number 1. Alright, so anyways guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to leave a big fat thumbs up and subscribe. That'd be very much appreciated. And comment down below, how would you rank all the battle passes? I want to see your guys' opinions. So anyways, that's going to be all. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.